From real voices to synthesized reporting, this is Neural Newscast, where AI meets journalism.
Get ready for a Neural Newscast deep dive. I'm Daniel, your space specialist, and I'm joined by Nathaniel, our science correspondent, as we dig into today's stories. On this day in 1945, World War II formally ended as Japan signed the Instrument of Surrender aboard the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay, bringing fighting in the Pacific to a close.
That image of the ceremony aboard the Missouri, so final, so deliberate, really marks a turning point. It's the moment the long arc of conflict in the Pacific stops.
Exactly. And the symbolism of signing aboard a battleship in Tokyo Bay, the place, the ship, the document, made the message unmistakable. The fighting was over.
On the human side, that signature meant widespread combat operations ceased across a vast theater. The word formally matters. It underscores how legal and definitive the end was.
The ceremony translated battlefield reality into legal and diplomatic closure, clearing the way for governments and militaries to shift from combat to rebuilding and demobilization.
And it triggered immediate changes. Ceasefire orders, the start of occupation and reconstruction, each one hinging on that signed instrument.
Naval history carries that resonance too. The Missouri becomes synonymous with the Pacific War's closure, precisely because the surrender happened there in Tokyo Bay.
Bringing fighting in the Pacific to a close captures both the literal end of battles and the wider pivot toward a post-war order across the region.
Picture it. A U.S. battleship in Tokyo Bay. Delegates gathered over a single document. That specificity anchors the scene in time and place with clarity you can almost see.
A compact moment with outsized consequence. The formal end of World War II signed aboard the USS Missouri, and with it, the fighting in the Pacific ceased.
We'll be right back after this short break. Shifting gears, today we celebrate the birthdays of Mark Harmon, 1951, Jimmy Connors, 1952, and Keanu Reeves, 1964.
Focusing in, Daniel, let's dig into Mark Harmon, the actor and producer best known as Special Agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs on NCIS. What stands out to you about his impact?
What strikes me is how Harmon turned a steady, quietly authoritative presence into a cultural touchstone for procedural TV. Gibbs became a moral and operational North Star for the show, a consistency that's rare across 4 decades in the industry.
From a science of media angle, that dependable archetype builds long-term parasocial bonds, which helps explain NCIS's durability. Harmon's performance anchored the series so viewers kept coming back.
There's craftsmanship too, an engineered precision. The way Gibbs runs investigations mirrors the methodical problem-solving you'd expect from a systems-minded leader.
And portrayals like that shape public expectations of investigative professionalism, influencing how audiences perceive forensics and team dynamics, even if TV streamlines real-world complexity.
His producer role is an underappreciated layer, not just delivering lines, but helping shape narrative arcs and maintain a consistent tone. Creative stewardship over long-form storytelling.
That stewardship let NCIS evolve while staying familiar, a tough balance, and it turned the show into a template for other procedurals and a training ground for serialized character work.
Career longevity, more than 40 years, speaks to adaptability. He moved through varied roles into a defining part without vanishing into typecasting. Professional resilience by design.
Culturally, Gibbs embodies restrained heroism, human, quietly authoritative, and that resonance keeps Harmon relevant beyond any single season or trend.
As for legacy, the mix of acting, producing, and the sheer imprint of Gibbs will keep shaping how TV builds dependable leads and cohesive ensembles.
Agreed. His model, disciplined performance, behind-the-scenes influence, and a standard-bearing character set a bar modern crime dramas still aim for.
Time for a quick pause. We'll explore more when Neural Newscast Deep Dive returns.
Stay tuned to NNC for unbiased daily news summaries. Subscribe and explore our archives at nnewscast.com. This is Neural Newscast.
Welcome back to Neural Newscast Deep Dive. Let's pivot from screens to seas with a quick fact. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood, with 2 hearts pumping blood to the gills and 1 heart pumping blood to the rest of the body.
That detail never fails to grab attention. 3 hearts, blue blood. It hints at how their bodies prioritize circulation and oxygen delivery.
2 branchial hearts, dedicated to the gills, put gas exchange front and center, while the single systemic heart handles the rest, clear split in roles.
And that blue blood points to a different oxygen carrier than mammals use, another chemistry entirely at work.
It even sounds mythical, 3 hearts and blue blood, but it's a precise snapshot of anatomy. 2 pumps to the gills, 1 to the body.
The arrangement screams division of labor and invites the evolutionary why, even before you dive deeper.
From a systems engineering lens, I love the separation. Dedicated pumps for gas exchange versus systemic distribution, purpose-built and efficient.
Exactly. It's efficiency through specialization, showing how morphology and physiology co-evolve to solve survival problems.
You can picture it as modular hardware, each pump with a defined mission.
And the blue blood tag punctuates that image, reminding us there's a different biochemical toolkit running alongside the mechanical design.
One tidy fact, whole story. 3 hearts cooperating, blue blood coursing through a tightly organized system.
Compact, vivid, and memorable, an elegant doorway into octopus physiology. That's all for this Neural Newscast Deep Dive. On behalf of Daniel and me, I'm Nathaniel. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to Neural Newscast. Stay informed, stay curious, find our full archive at neuralnewscast.com. Neural Newscast fuses real and AI-generated voices for fast, quality news. AI creates, humans review. We aim for accuracy, but errors can happen. Verify key details. Learn more at nnewscast.com.